Visit CCGCastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, I will talk about Mega Rayquaza EX, but the Dragon one, and I will also play a matchup with this. So this is my deck build for the Primal Clash on. If you was yesterday on my channel, you should probably know that I was building this deck with my subscribers live. So yeah, today there's a full deck list, as you can see in front of you. It's very nice it's very nice deck. I played with it, tested a little bit, and it definitely works pretty good. So yeah, pretty much 230 HP Dragon type, unfortunately weak on the Fairy, which is very bad, but Delta Wind is pretty good ability. I mean, this ability cannot be shut down by Hex Mimic or Garbodor, but it actually says that any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent, Grass, Fire, and Water or Lightning is reduced by 20. With the Pearl City in play, you can also reduce for 20 more damage, which means that you can take 40 damage less, which is just wow. Other thing about this Mega Rayquaza is the attack. 5 energy cost, but 300 damage. You can one-hit knock out pretty much any Pokemon in play. Even that freaking Whaler with 290 HP if we talk about Whaler DX with Fighting Fury Belt. On the other side, if you want to run such attacker with 5 energies, you definitely want to run your Turbo Blaze Reshirams, who can actually use those Turbo Blaze and pretty much once during your turn. If you have Reshiram in your active position, you can use Turbo Blaze, attach energy, fire energy from your hand to your Rayquaza or Mega Rayquaza EX, which is pretty good. I mean, it can definitely help you a lot. And of course, Hydreigon EX with that Dragon Road, which will help you to retreat for free your Reshirams as long as you have Stadium in play. And of course, Shred, who can actually help you to go for the 80 without being affected from any damage from your opponent. For example, Pokemons like Jolteon EX. And of course, you need to have at least 1 Hoopa and 3 Shaman's EX so you can set up and drop more and more cards so you can actually have that turn 2 Mega Rayquaza Dragon Ascent ready to go. From item cards, I'm running 1 copy of Escape Rope. Always good to have Escape Rope. I'm a big fan of Escape Rope card. I always run 1 copy of Escape Rope. You never know when you need it, so definitely keep in mind that you want to have Escape Rope in your deck. 2 copies of Mega Turbo, just because if we lost Mega Rayquaza, if we promote Reshiram in the active position, we can use Turbo Blaze. On our another Mega Rayquaza, we can use, for example, Free Retreat, another Turbo Blaze, or Mega Turbo, double Dragon Energy from our hand, and we are ready to go for another 300 damage, which is very important. 1 special charge so I can bring back my double Dragon Energies into my deck. Of course, 1 copy of Super Road. 1 switch, also in addition to Escape Rope, I'm running 1 switch because it's good. Sometimes you don't want to let your opponent to Escape Rope, you just want to switch, so switch is a very good card, especially because it will help you with those Reshirams for the multiple Turbo Blaze. 4 Trainer's Mails, 4 Ultra Balls, 4 V-Seekers. From supporter cards, of course, 1 copy of Hex Mimic, 1 Lysander. In this deck, I'm not running Deliquent, which is very important because I'm the big fan of the Deliquent, but I didn't find a space for the Deliquent in this deck. Of course, 1 Ranger as another supported deck card because you definitely need it against Glaceon and maybe even against those Giratinas, so you can attach your double Dragon Energies. 2 copies of N, and of course 4 copies of Sycamore for the drop support. From Stadium cards, I'm running 3 different stadiums. Early game, go with the Skyfield setup. Mid or late game, go with the Pearl City, get rid of your benched Pokemons like a Shaman, Hoopas, and maybe even a Rayquaza with tons of damage. So definitely a good option. And of course, Shrine of Memories. If you play against those Pokemons who are actually 130 HP or something like that or less, so you just don't want to discard your energies from your Mega Rayquaza, you can just go with Dragon Strike, for example. And of course, running in addition to that 3 Spirit Links and 12 energies. 4 of them are Double Dragon and 8 Fire. So in total, 60 cards. As you can see, very, very balanced deck, in my opinion. Works very good. Also, it's very strong because it can have pretty good matchup against any EX deck. But against those non-EX decks, you should definitely want to have at least 2 copies of Shrine of Memories because sometimes discarding 2 energies might be a big problem. But of course, these days, pretty much everyone runs those Shamans in their deck, so definitely you can at least Lysander your opponent's Shamans, for example. But yeah, it's definitely good. So At least if you're looking for any of these cards, you can find them on CCGCastle.com. And also, if you're new to the channel, if you type TCG Center 5 code on CCGCastle, you can get 5% discount on your purchase. So also keep that in mind. So in this video, I will play against Colorless Mega Rayquaza. So stay tuned for that video. It will go in less than a half minute. It was definitely a very good matchup, so you should definitely enjoy watching it. So stay tuned and enjoy. Alright guys, let's do this. So playing today with the Mega Rayquaza, actually the Dragon type. If you was online yesterday and watched my live show, I was actually building this deck. So yeah, today I will play with it, so you can actually see how it works. And of course, later I will upload it and publish. So on the other side, it's also Rayquaza. So it's Colorless Mega Rayquaza against Dragon Mega Rayquaza. So basically, this is to show you how this deck is going to work. And basically, I'm going to play secondly right here, as you can see. The good thing is that we both can one-hit knockout each other, but I'm a little bit advantage, just because I can hit for 300. And I don't need my Pokemons in my bench, when on the other side, actually, Colorless Rayquaza will require those Pokemons on the bench. So as you can see, Shane is already set up for like some extra resources. There's a Trainer's Mail, actually the Trainer's Mail number 2. Alright, looks like this was Trainer's Mail for the nothing, and there's a Mega Rayquaza with 1 energy attachment. That's pretty much it. Which means only one thing, that I'm going to Ultra Ball for my Sycamore and for my N, in order, of course, to search my deck for something like a Hoopa. And with the Hoopa, I'm going to take pretty much 1 Rayquaza, 1 Shaymin, and I think I can even go with 2 Rayquazas and 1 Shaymin, and I can have still 1 space on the bench for that Reshiram. The biggest problem right here is that I might not be able to retreat my Hydreigon, unfortunately. So I will just attach that energy, go with the Shroud of Memories, Shaymin for 4, and basically hope to get a Reshiram to put it on the bench. Nope. So this might be just a N, because I don't want to discard V-Seeker and Strong and my Double Dragon Energy and of course Special Charge. So I think the better option might just be to go with a Sycamore. So there's Ultra Ball, which means that I can Ultra Ball, discard 2 of my energies in order to search my deck for 1 of my Reshirams, of course put it onto my bench. I just want to have Reshiram sitting on my bench. I know that my opponent is going definitely to play Skyfield in the next turn, which means that I can easily Ultra Ball for Mega Manectric, oh my goodness, Mega Manectric, for Mega, for the Shaymin EX. I still have Mega Manectric in my hand. I played a lot today against Mega Manectric with my friend. So we were testing Mega Manectric for expanded format, and there's a Rayquaza, Flowstone and a Spirit Link, and there we go with a Skyfield, which means that there's a Sycamore for 7. So this might be a knockout on my Hydreigon. Very easily. So 6 Pokemons in play, which means that the Mega Rayquaza and 1 energy will do the job for 180 exactly. And on the other side, I can just easily go with my Ultra Ball, grab my, of course, Shaymin, attach Double Dragon Energy onto my Rayquaza on the bench, and really, I will just need 1 Mega Turbo to one-hit knock at my opponent. Mega Rayquaza on the other side. So there's Ultra Ball. Okay, I see some energies in his discard pile, just a 1. And this was actually Shaymin, so yeah, definitely want to set up for as much as you can. That's the point of the game. You just want to set up as much as you can, even if you know that you're probably gonna be stroked with that Stadium card, which is definitely a bit devastating blow for you, but on the other side, you can choose discard your Shaymins and pretty much put it back with the Secret Dasher Super Road. So there's a knockout for 240, which means that my opponent will take 2 prizes first, and I'm going to promote my Reshiram into the active position, which means that there's a Skyfield for me. Alright, I don't want a Skyfield. Let's just go with the Ultra Ball for the Shaymin EX. I definitely need to find that Mega Turbo and a Spirit Link, and I really need tons of cards right here. I need Spirit Link, I need Mega Turbo, and I need Fire Energy, and of course Mega Rayquaza. So one Sycamore in addition to that will definitely work. So there's a Fire Energy, there's a Trainer's Mail, and there's even a V-Seeker sitting in my hand, so I can definitely have very strong turn right here. So there's Ultra Ball, but unfortunately there is no sign of the card that I need. So I will go with my Ultra Ball. Basically, I will also go with my Sycamore for 7. I just want to put some more Reshirams on my bench. Just because I want to play my Stadium somehow to remove that Skyfield. If it's somehow possible. Oh, come on, I don't have Mega Rayquaza. That means that I cannot attack. So there's a Trainer's Mail for the Mega Turbo, but short for that Mega Ray. And that's definitely sad, because my opponent hand is a huge, and if he can somehow take a Lysander and get rid of my Rayquaza from the bench, this is going to be a devastating blow. That is for sure, I can tell you that. And there's even Zoroark, which means that he can even stand in and knock out with the Zoroark. There's a second one. So, not good. I was sure definitely here for the knockout, and for the big knockout actually, but luckily there's a Sycamore for 7, which means that he was not able to find a Lysander, and that's very important. And the biggest question is how to power up another Rayquaza as fast as I can. That's not going to be an easy task, that is for sure, but I still have that Sycamore sitting in my hand, so if the top deck is going to be something like Mega Ray, and then I can definitely keep that Lysander for later, but on the other side he also had that Zoroark who can actually just easily stand in. And to be honest, I don't have another option than just promote my Rayquaza into the active position. Alright, so I guess I want to double Dragon Energy attach and go with my Sycamore for 7, so I really need that Mega Rayquaza. And there is no sign of the Stadium card, which means that I will not be able to get a read of his Pokemons on the bench, but I guess I can use my special charge after this turn. So I'm going to hit with that Dragon Ascent for 300. Which is a lot of damage counters actually. I'm going to discard, of course, double Dragon Energy. If you don't have basic Pokemon for the bench, that means that he can hit for 210, and with 210 he's short for 20 to be able to knock out my Mega Rayquaza. And that means that I can definitely buy a turn by Lysandering his another Mega Rayquaza on the bench, which can definitely do the great job in that case. And this means only one thing, that I definitely don't want to put another Pokemon on my bench, because in that situation Zoroark will do the job and basically will knock me out. So I'm sitting on the edge at this moment. All I really need is a V-Seeker for Lysander so I can take 2 more prizes. Of course, Mega Turbo is going to be very good. So there's a double Color's Energy attachment on the Zoroark, which means only one thing. I need Mega Turbo, and I also need somehow to power up my another Rayquaza to be able at least to knock out my opponent's Shaymin EX on the bench. And there's a V-Seeker for N, which means that we are probably going to be both end, so he's going to drop 3 cards, I'm going to drop 4 cards. And there's a Hydreigon and 2 Fire Energies and the Mind Jack. So luckily I managed to get that V-Seeker, which means that I can easily knock out his Mega Ray on the bench. But I'm short for energy, of course. And what is the best option to do right here? Well, I guess the best option definitely is to go with the Lysander and to try to knock out his Mega Ray on the bench. Of course for 300 damage. But unfortunately, I'm gonna put my Hydreigon into the active position, into bench, and use my Dragon Ascent for 300. So Still I'm very short for 2 prizes, and I'm not sure if I'd be able somehow to power up my, maybe even Reshiram to be able to knock out my opponent Shaming for 2 prizes. I don't have any more V-Seekers left, so I need to take 2 prizes. He can easily knock me out with his Zorark, that is for sure, but on the other side, can I somehow knock out his Zorark? He's the only attacker at this moment he actually haven't played. There we go, there's a 470 damage on my Mega Rayquaza. Of course I'm going to promote my Reshiram in the deactive position, and without V-Seeker I'm not sure what to do. So let's take a look. I guess I can use my Turbo Blaze, Energy Attachment onto my Rayquaza, Trainer's Mail, and there's a Rayquaza Spirit Link. Can I somehow power up my Mega Ray? Maybe. Maybe, but maybe not. There's Escape Rope sitting in my hand. If I go with my Sycamore, I'm not gonna be able... Oh, there's a Pearl City sitting right now in my hand, which means that I'm gonna use my Turbo Blaze, and I'm going to use my Double Dragon Energy Attachment, and I'm going to use my another Trainer's Mail, and there is even Mega Turbo. Oh my goodness, what kind of turn this could be. So there's a Mega Turbo, but the most important thing, there is a Parallel City, which means that I need definitely to remove as many Pokemon from my bench as I can. So let's go with the Parallel City, and basically I'm going to discard Shaming and another Shaming, and basically a Hoopa EX, and of course one of my Reshirams, which means that I'm gonna be able to knock out my opponent Zorark in this case with my Rayquaza for 130, and he don't have another attacker in play, and that's a very important thing because I do have N sitting in my hand, so he just needs pretty much something like a double Chorus Energy to be able to attack one of my benched Pokemon, but this was definitely a big turn right here. I even have that Spirit Link and Mega Rayquaza, so I can just Mega Evolve into my Mega Rayquaza and knock out any of his Pokemon, because I also have that Mega Turbo sitting in play. So only option he can actually do right here is to somehow try to Life Sender my Hydreigon and basically pass the turn by buying some time right here. But I think this is pretty much GG. I'm not sure how he can actually win this matchup, because I have 3 Pokemon on my bench and there's 1 Metal Energy attached and a Life Sender probably on the Hydreigon, as I mentioned it. So right now I don't know how many resources I do have left. As you can see, 6 energies. No, I might not be able to remove my Hydreigon from the active position. And this is right now, at this situation, the biggest concern. How to remove that Hydreigon from the active position, I'm not sure. Let's take a look. There's a Mega Rayquaza, and there is a Mega Turbo. So I do have my Mega Rayquaza, but I just want to play as many cards as I can, since I'm going to end myself down and draw 1 card. So let's see which card it is. It's a Special Charge. Oh my goodness, it's a Special Charge, which means that I can put back 2 of my Double Dragon energies into my deck, and if I can top deck one of these 2 energies, I can just easily retreat my Mega Ray and my Hydreigon to my Mega Ray and use my Dragon Essence for 300 and pretty much win the game. So there's a Special Charge on the other side, which means 2 Double Chorus energy can easily be put back into his deck. But the question is what kind of the card he has in his hand. So it's my turn, and the top deck is Double Dragon Energy, which means that this is pretty much a GG, since there's a Stadium card in play, and I managed to get back. It was definitely a devastating blow, but, you know, tons of luck actually helped right here, and yeah, pretty much this is 300 damage, and as you can see, I managed to beat Mega Ray Colress with my Dragon Mega Rayquaza. So once again, guys, there is a full deck list. If you're looking to build a deck, you should probably enjoy playing it. At least deck is not cheap at this moment. Mega Rayquaza is quite expensive. It's like $30 for that Dragon one. So, but it's definitely devastating. You can one-hit knock out pretty much everything in the format. Even that powerful Wailord with Fighting Fury Belt for like a 300 damage, and still be 10, and still have 10 in pocket. So yeah, definitely very good deck. So once again, guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more future videos. Of course, if you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. Yeah, you should definitely subscribe if you already didn't, because from yesterday actually, I start to have live streams on my YouTube channel. So definitely, I'm gonna play some more live games. I will have questions and answers. I will talk about meta game and stuff like that, Pokemon news and other things. I will also play with my subscribers live. So if you already didn't subscribe, you should definitely do that and be the part of my YouTube channel community. So once again, guys, see you tomorrow in the next video. Stay tuned and have a nice day. So good.